Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden beneath the bridges we pass every day? In a small riverside town in Florida, a story unfolded that would touch hearts and change minds forever. In this quiet community, whispers began to spread about a peculiar stray dog. Her thin yellow-brown fur barely covered her ribs, a testament to her desperate state. Day after day, locals watched as she scavenged for scraps in the bustling market or rummaged through trash bins. But what puzzled everyone was her strange behavior. Instead of devouring her hard-earned finds, she would carry everything beneath an old abandoned concrete bridge. Some villagers grew increasingly frustrated, labeling her a nuisance and a thief. There was even talk of setting traps to rid themselves of this troublesome creature. But one person couldn't shake the nagging question that kept her awake at night. If this dog was truly starving, why wouldn't she eat first? Who or what could she possibly be feeding under that bridge? Enter Sophia, a 29-year-old animal rescuer from Texas, with a heart of gold and a determination to match. With her long black hair usually braided neatly down her back, Sophia was a familiar sight around town in her green t-shirt, well-worn jeans, and sturdy boots. Her rusty red pickup truck had become a beacon of hope for the strays that others overlooked, always loaded with bags of food and medicine. One crisp morning, unable to contain her curiosity any longer, Sophia decided to follow the mysterious yellow dog. As she approached the crumbling bridge, she crouched low, her heart pounding with anticipation. What she discovered in the shadows left her breathless. There, on a filthy torn blanket, lay 5 tiny puppies. Their eyes were still tightly closed, no more than 2 weeks old, their fragile bodies emitting soft whimpers. The mother dog gently placed her latest find before them, then began to tenderly lick each pup. The love and worry burning in her eyes were unmistakable. Sophia's throat tightened with emotion as the realization hit her. This so-called thief was, in fact, a devoted mother, sacrificing everything for her babies. Without wasting a moment, Sophia rushed back to her truck. She returned with a bowl of milk formula and a clean towel, then knelt near the bridge. The mother dog's protective instincts kicked in, and she let out a soft growl, placing herself between Sophia and her precious pups. But Sophia remained calm, slowly sliding the bowl forward without making any sudden moves. The air filled with the sweet scent of milk, and the mother dog's eyes darted between Sophia and her babies. It was a tense moment, fraught with uncertainty. Finally, hunger won out, and the dog lowered her head to drink. Yet she never took her eyes off Sophia, watching her every move. In that moment, a fragile thread of trust began to form between them. Excited by her discovery, Sophia hurried to share the news with the villagers. But her enthusiasm was met with skepticism and disbelief. Impossible, they scoffed, stray-feeding pups. She's just a nuisance. Their words stung, but Sophia was undeterred. She knew what she had seen, and she was determined to open their eyes to the truth. Sophia convinced a few of the more open-minded villagers to follow her to the bridge. As they peered into the shadows, their expressions changed from doubt to awe. There, before their very eyes, were the 5 tiny lives, surviving against all odds thanks to their mother's unwavering dedication. Guilt crept across their faces as they realized the harsh judgment they had passed. The thief they had condemned was, in reality, a selfless protector. Just days later, nature decided to test this newfound understanding. Heavy rains lashed the town, causing the river to swell dangerously. Water rushed beneath the bridge, rising higher with each passing minute. Sophia's heart raced as she sped to the scene, praying she wasn't too late. What she found was a sight that would be forever etched in her memory. The mother dog stood trembling between her pups and the encroaching water, ready to sacrifice her life if necessary. Without a second thought, Sophia plunged into the rising waters. She scooped the puppies into her arms, their tiny bodies wet and shivering. But Sophia's mission wasn't complete. She turned back for the mother, their eyes meeting in a moment of silent communication. It was a plea, a surrender, and a glimmer of hope all rolled into one. In that instant, the dog seemed to understand that Sophia was there to help. She allowed herself to be saved, trusting this human who had shown her kindness. Safe at last in Sophia's small rescue shelter, the little family finally had a chance to rest. The mother dog, no longer just skin and bones, lay contentedly in a clean, soft basket. Watchful eyes never left her puppies as they eagerly lapped up warm milk. They were safe, dry, and most importantly, loved. Word of the rescue spread quickly through the town. Villagers who had once dismissed Sophia's claims now came to visit, their hearts melting at the sight before them. Many were moved to tears as they watched the mother dog tenderly care for her pups. No one called her a thief anymore. She was simply a mother who had fought with everything she had to keep her babies alive. As the days passed, the puppies grew stronger. Their eyes opened, revealing bright, curious gazes. They began to explore their new world, tumbling and playing with the boundless energy of youth. And through it all, their mother watched over them, her own health improving day by day under Sophia's care. One evening, as the sun dipped low on the horizon, painting the sky in vibrant hues of orange and pink, Sophia sat on the grass outside the shelter. The puppies frolicked nearby, their playful yips filling the air. The mother dog, now content and relaxed, rested her head on Sophia's lap. As Sophia gently stroked her soft yellow fur, she whispered words that seemed to capture the essence of their incredible journey. Sometimes behind what looks wrong is a love deeper than we can imagine. The story of the mother under the bridge didn't stay confined to their little Florida town. It spread far and wide, carried on the winds of compassion and understanding. Wherever it was told, it left a trail of warmth, empathy, and often tears of both sadness and joy. People who heard the tale found themselves looking at the world a little differently. They began to question their assumptions, to look beyond the surface of things. The next time they encountered a stray animal or even a person in need, they remembered the yellow dog and her puppies. They wondered what unseen struggles might be hiding behind appearances, what acts of love and sacrifice might be taking place just out of sight. In the end, the story of one mother's unwavering devotion became a powerful reminder to all who heard it. It taught them to approach the world with open hearts and minds, to seek understanding before judgment, and to recognize that sometimes the greatest acts of heroism happen in the quietest of places, like beneath an old forgotten bridge.